Good afternoon, and welcome to the 24th Annual White Coat Ceremony. My name is Dr. Carrie Tom, and I am the Associate Dean for Student Affairs at the University of Maryland School of Medicine. We're happy that you have each joined us virtually today for this exciting and important event. Although we wish we were coming together in person, students, faculty, staff, and families, whether biologic or chosen, we recognize that we cannot safely and responsibly do so under the current COVID-19 pandemic. Yet, we remain excited about today's ceremony and what it represents for the class of 2024. And we look forward to celebrating future milestones in person with students and families, as well as faculty and staff, as soon as we are safely able to do so. Shortly, you will hear from Dean Reese and others about what the White Coat Ceremony means. I would like to start by recognizing some of the unique circumstances the class of 2024 finds themselves in as they embark on this journey, as well as to provide some advice in successfully navigating the next 4 years. As you are now welcomed into the University of Maryland School of Medicine community, students, you should know that you are now a part of the first public and fifth oldest medical school in the United States. The School of Medicine was established in 1807, and it was also the first to open a hospital for the institution of a residency training program in 1923. The School of Medicine was the founding school of the University of Maryland, and today is an integral part of the 12-campus university system of Maryland. The School of Medicine community includes close to 3,000 faculty members. Over the next 4 years, you will have the opportunity to interact with many of them, many of whom will impact your experience as a medical student and influence your future career in a variety of ways. You may recognize faculty as effective teachers or as exemplary role models, whereas other faculty may play important roles in academic and professional mentorship, career guidance, and advice. Students and faculty, recognizing the importance, I encourage you to seek out and develop these relationships, which may take even more conscious effort under the current and largely virtual learning environment, but I assure you it will be worth that effort. Students, you should take great pride in your accomplishment of gaining admission to our medical school, as the competition is significant. From nearly 5,000 applications, the Office of Admissions interviewed only 546 students, and we matriculated 153 of you into this first-year class. The class of 2024 is composed of 61% women and 39% men. Just over half the class, 54%, are students of color, and the age of students ranges from 20 to 32 years old. 72% of you are Maryland residents, while the remaining 28% are from out of state. And you have joined us from 63 different colleges and universities. We are indeed very fortunate to have a large pool of qualified applicants for seats in each class, and even more so to have you with us here today. The class of 2024 is also in the unprecedented position to be starting medical school in the midst of a global pandemic. COVID-19 has shaken medicine to its core. This pandemic has emphasized unique challenges in patient care. It has highlighted the vulnerability and sacrifices of healthcare professionals, and it has widely exposed systemic racism in our profession. Undoubtedly, our experiences in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic will change the way we practice medicine and the way we teach it for decades to come. Class of 2024, you are at the forefront of this change. You have a unique opportunity to work together with other healthcare professionals to do better in our care of patients, to do better in caring for each other, and to do better as advocates for all of the members of our communities. Finally, class of 2024 will not be outdone and has shown they are unique in another way. They are also the inaugural class of the School of Medicine Renaissance curriculum. Although much has changed in academic medicine since our founding in 1807, we are still guided by some of the same basic principles, such as dedication and commitment to the highest quality education, research, and clinical care. In this new curriculum, we aim to actualize the Renaissance physician. Students, when you graduate from the University of Maryland School of Medicine in 4 short years, you will do so as lifelong learners who are clinically excellent and who possess the core values of humanism, professionalism, scholarship, leadership, critical thinking, and attention to social justice and diversity. As you navigate the next 4 years, do so knowing that myself and the assistant deans in the Office of Student Affairs are here as your advocates and mentors, aiming to promote personal and professional development, to assist in navigating challenges and opportunities, and to foster wellness and community. We look forward to this partnership and watching you achieve your goals. Now it is my great pleasure to introduce Dr. E. Albert Reese, Dean of the University of Maryland School of Medicine and the John Z. and Akiko K. Bowers Distinguished Professor. Dean Reese is also the Executive Vice President for Medical Affairs at the University of Maryland, Baltimore. Dr. Reese.
Good afternoon. I want to extend warm greetings to the faculty, staff, friends, and families who have joined us today. I also want to welcome our wonderful class of 2024. I know that this is not what you imagined today would be like. Although the COVID pandemic has prevented us from physically gathering, we're joined together in spirit by collectively recognizing what this occasion means to all of us. Today marks a major milestone in what will surely be a momentous and lifelong journey. The white coat ceremony is a rite of passage, which symbolizes the beginning of your transition into this wonderful and noble and privileged profession of medicine. It is, however, much more than that. It's more than a rite of passage, for to whom this great honor and privilege is given, your service, compassion, and high ethical standards are expected in return. You have been chosen, 153 of you, to join together today. You've been joining from a pool of nearly 5,000 applicants. Each one of you has earned your place in this class, and indeed, in today's ceremony. You have demonstrated the intellect and the discipline required to achieve academic success in medical school. The School of Medicine graduated its first class of 5 students in 1810. And since that time, more than 21,000 other medical students have graduated from the School of Medicine. You have joined a rich and expansive history. Like those of you who have come before, today you now stand at the very precipice of your vision becoming a reality. The current state of the pandemic further illustrates the significance of this ceremony and the vital need for your service. You could not have been coming at a more momentous time. The need for humanistic, critical thinkers with a commitment to social justice and diversity in the medical profession is greater now than ever before. Our new Renaissance curriculum, with which you have the privilege of beginning your medical education, will emphasize the blend of compassion and scientific excellence. One of the fathers of modern medicine, Dr. William Osler, once said, and I quote, "The good physician treats the disease. The great physician treats the patient who has the disease, unquote. Remember these words with every decision you make over the next 4 years and beyond. Today, we will present you with the time-honored mantle of the medical profession. This ceremony symbolizes our confidence in you and our expectations that you, as a healer, will not only take care of patients, but equally important, will do so with empathy and respect. Dr. Arnold P. Gold, a Columbia University Medical School professor, established the white coat ceremony for entering medical students in 1993. He believed in the transformative potential of the white coat to provide reassurance to patients and to remind physicians of their professional responsibilities. This afternoon, you'll be putting on your own white coat for the first time. More than the coat, this garment represents the highest ideals of the humankind to which you aspire. They include honor, integrity, and selflessness. When you take this symbolic step, you will be taking a significant stride toward becoming and beginning that journey both individually and collectively as a class of 2024. You must be committed to the principles which the white coat has come to represent. However, as Dr. Gold stated, the white coat is only a symbol. It is who that is within the white coat that matters. Today, it is you who is in that white coat. Make no mistake, though, you are not alone. You will not complete this journey without your family members. Their continued support and encouragement and understanding is so important and so essential. Your family members too have joined the School of Medicine family. Our faculty members and staff will also join you for this expedition. They are responsible for modeling the ideals we hold true each day, and for you, we'll be looking to them as the personification of these ideals. Your paths are well marked with virtuous imprints for you to follow. So from today and for each day thereafter, strive earnestly to achieve technical excellence and to maintain endless compassion. My charge to you today is to wear this white coat with both pride and humility. Achieve honor, achieve integrity, and achieve selflessness. May these attributes be displayed in your personal and professional life every day. So congratulations to each of you on reaching this very important milestone, and may God bless you in all that you do. Our next speaker will be Dr. Brad Lerner, President of the Medical Alumni Association. Dr. Lerner is also the President of the Chesapeake Urology Associates and a team physician for the Baltimore Ravens. Dr. Lerner.
Thank you, Dr. Reese. It's a pleasure to welcome everyone on behalf of the Medical Alumni Association of the University of Maryland. This is indeed a milestone event for you as members of the class of 2024. You have finished the foundations block and are preparing to start the systems-based blocks for the rest of the pre-clerkship curriculum. As a member of the class of 1984, I recall the day I received my white coat and the great sense of accomplishment, pride, and responsibility that accompanied it. My only disappointment was that it was a short coat instead of a long coat. As a parent of an alumna of the class of 2020, I also recall the positive emotions on that day that my daughter received her white coat as well. Our 8,000 living alumni collectively take great pride in congratulating and recognizing each of you as a colleague. We hope that you will develop bonds of friendship with your classmates and faculty that will help support you during your time at our medical school, as well as last beyond graduation and throughout your lifetime. It is a true honor for the Alumni Association to participate in the white coat ceremony by underwriting the costs of your white coats and supporting this event. Many of our graduates have written notes to you introducing themselves and offering to serve as mentors as you continue your educations at our great school. So enjoy the celebration and keep up the good work. I would like to now introduce Dr. John Allen, Assistant Dean of Student Affairs in the Office of Student Affairs, who will share remarks regarding the importance of wellness in medical school. Dr. Allen.
Thank you, Dr. Lerner. I'm incredibly happy to be here with you today to celebrate this major milestone, even if we are doing it remotely. As I was reflecting on today's ceremony, I could only help but think of how lucky I am to be an alumnus of this program. More importantly, I'm lucky to have been given the opportunity to help teach and mentor the next generation of Maryland's physicians. Working with you is the highlight of my career. One of my roles in the Office of Student Affairs is to help coordinate wellness initiatives and to connect students with resources in their time of need. I'm interested in helping our students overcome the challenges of medical school, and I want to help all of us find strategies to maintain our well-being throughout our careers. This is particularly important in our current climate, which is presenting unprecedented challenges for all of us, particularly those of us embarking on our medical education. I want to start off today by saying you can be reassured that you are in an environment full of faculty, peers, colleagues, and friends who are not only care about your academic success, but also for your personal and emotional success. In receiving your white coats, you are taking part in a time-honored tradition that symbolizes your entry into what is arguably the most noble profession. During the next 4 years, you will grow into competent and skilled positions. However, your journey requires an extraordinary amount of hard work and dedication. All of us will experience tremendous victories over our careers, as well as crushing defeats. When the stakes of the game are life and death, the stress of the journey can be significant. As a result, national data has shown that, unfortunately, up to 50% of medical students in non-COVID times experience some form of burnout. When you consider your work ethic, compassion, and dedication, it is not surprising you may sometimes place your ambition over your own well-being. I worry that the feelings of isolation brought on by physical distancing are only worsening this for you. I'm here today to tell you that my mission, and the mission of everyone here at the School of Medicine, is to help you through this difficult time and to work together towards achieving your goals. As a reminder, this year we have implemented a number of strategies to promote self-care and to make sure that you have the appropriate resources to get through this challenging time. Remember to participate in your house system to foster mentorship and connectedness. Your Big Sib is also a great resource for guidance and advice. Remember to prioritize your healthy habits and to track them using our wellness tracker. I want to make sure you have an opportunity to win gift cards. We have many mental health resources available, including free, unlimited telecounseling sessions. Remember to read the white coat as we include wellness ideas and mindfulness activities. This year, we are also publishing a wellness handbook for your family and friends to help provide additional resources to keep you in good health. Most importantly, our doors in the Office of Student Affairs are always open for anyone in need. We have many resources at our disposal, and we'll do whatever we can to be of service. None of us ever anticipated our current situation. However, we are dedicated to you and your success, and we look forward to taking this journey together. Today, as we honor you and your dedication to the profession, also honor your commitment to yourself and your well-being. Our next speaker is Class of 2021 President Madeline Smith. Madeline graduated from Northeastern University in 2016 with a Bachelor of Science in Behavioral Neuroscience, and she is currently interviewing for a residency position in neurological surgery. Madeline is also a member of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. Madeline.
Thank you so much, Dr. Allen. The white coat was first introduced to medicine in the 1800s to emphasize the scientific approach of modern medicine. It has become a powerful symbol which spans decades of medical care, signaling to patients that you are their provider, there to help and heal them. For students, this can feel a little daunting, to say the least. Often, our patients don't understand the difference between the short coat of a student and the long white coat of a doctor. The title student doctor, the very way we define ourselves, is so easily buried under the doctor half. With the coat you receive today, your patients will see you as their provider and look to you for that help and healing. So how can we as students live up to the legacy of the white coat, particularly during these 4 years as you learn the knowledge and the art of medicine? I have 3 basic pieces of advice for you to help you along this journey. First, and probably the most important, is to listen to your patients. This is true not only for the nuts and bolts of medicine, but is particularly important for medical students. Each of your patients is a person first, a person with their own life experiences and their own story to tell. So often, the only members of the care team who have time to listen to this story are the medical students. So listen to your patients, learn their story, and learn to care for the people first. My second piece of advice for you is to strive every day to provide your patients with the best care possible. This doesn't mean you should always nail every diagnosis and know the intricacies of every treatment. You might not have all the answers, especially as a student, and that's okay. Providing great care also means a gentle touch on a suffering patient's hand, being their shoulder to cry on after they receive bad news, or even grabbing your pediatric patient a milk carton. Providing great care to your patients moves beyond treating a medical diagnosis. It means supporting them in any way you can. And my third piece of advice is to remember that wellness and self-care is also so important. If no one has said it yet, medical school is really hard. You might not be able to remember the intricacies of the Krebs cycle, you might get a PIMP question wrong on a rotation, or you might just feel overwhelmed by everything you have to do that week. This is okay. It does not make you any less smart, less capable, or less worthy of working in medicine. When this happens, take some time for yourself. You can't care for your patients if you don't care for yourself first. The white coat you receive today is a symbol to you all that you have chosen to dedicate your life in service to others. Particularly now, as we join together to provide care during a national pandemic, that commitment is even more important. Though we may not physically wear our coats on the wards right now, your invisible white coat will remain with you from today on. I wish you all the best of luck over the next 4 years. This is just the beginning of an exciting journey into the field of medicine. Prior to today's ceremony, you were each asked to describe what the white coat means to you in 1 word. I would now like to share a word cloud displaying these thoughts. As you can see, the white coat represents many important values to all of you, which I'm sure you will demonstrate throughout your time in medical school and in your future career in medicine. I would now like to introduce our next presenter, Dr. George Willis. Dr. Willis is an assistant professor of emergency medicine and serves as director of undergraduate medical education. He is also the assistant program director for our emergency medicine training program and a mentor for our Lois Young Thomas House. Dr. Willis was selected to speak today by the medical student members of the Gold Humanism Honor Society. It is my pleasure to introduce Dr. George Willis.
Thank you, Madeline. First, let me welcome the loved ones of this new class of medical students. As a married father of 4 wonderful children, I can't begin to tell you how vital the support of family and loved ones is in this endeavor. I tell people all the time that my wife got the M and I got the D in my MD. And now, very welcome and congratulations to the esteemed class of 2024. Now, I'm not going to tell you some cliche about the long 4 years ahead, or more if you're in the MD PhD program. You know that already. I'm before you today to talk about the lives that you are going to impact. The knowledge that you are about to deposit into your brain is going to impact the life of someone, a mother, a wife, a brother, a grandfather, a patient, your patient. You see, these are unprecedented times. Social distancing is a new buzzword, but it is an old and common problem. Advances in technology have allowed people to interact with more of the world, while at the same time all but eliminated that very most important part, human interaction. And yes, this is even true in medicine. We have reduced time for clinical encounters due to the corporatization of medicine to the point where the history and physical exam, the staple of true patient interaction, is taught but not truly emphasized. Additionally, we have become limited in patient interaction due to an over-reliance on medical technology. CT scans, MRIs, blood work tell us often what our history and physical probably would have revealed on its own. Which leads us to humanism. You see, patient interaction is humanism, which is a focus on a system that focuses on human interests, values, and dignity. Which brings us to your white coat. You see, your white coat to you will become a holder of pocket manuals, medical instruments, snacks, and yes, even coffee stains. However, to your patient, it is a symbol of hope in their time of need, an answer to a question, a solution to a problem, but also an ear to listen. The story that I love to tell is the story of Joan. Joan is an 80-year-old African-American female who presented to the emergency department where I work with the chief complaint of, "I'm ready to die." So they stuck her into a psych room. I went to see her and I asked her, "What brought you to the emergency department today?" To which she replied, "Again, I'm ready to die." Listening to her story, she had had a number of family members and friends who had recently died, and she subsequently felt like it was her time to go. Me, being strong in my faith, simply asked her a question. "Well, you know, if God was ready for you to come home, don't you think he would have taken you by now?" To which she retorted, "Well, I don't know what he's waiting for." As I talked to her more and asked her more questions, a thought came to my head. And I said, "Well, what do you do for a living? What do you do during your days as this pandemic and things are going on?" To which she said, "I'm a foster mother to 5 teenage kids." And I knew I had her. I simply told her, "Your mission is not done. There is another goal to your life that you haven't done yet." To which she shed a tear. We continued to talk for another 20 minutes or so, where we talked more about our faith. Subsequently, we were able to discharge her from the emergency department without a single medical intervention. Now, Joan could have talked to a pastor or friend, but she sought the white coat for the answer. She was likely looking for a medical answer like depression or medications to make her symptoms go away. Someone who spent less time with her would have likely ordered psych labs and admitted her to the psych ward. We have to get back to that patient-centered care, where the focus is on the patient. Listen to the patients. There's a study that says that on average, a doctor interrupts a patient every 11 seconds. Stop focusing on the time and focus on the patient. Listen to the why. Now, why is this important to you, class of 2024? You, my friends, will spend more time with your patients than your supervisors. Not because you necessarily want to, but because you are less experienced and you want to make sure you don't miss anything. Why? Let's be honest. Because you want to make a good grade. In that moment, though, cherish the fact that your patients will not think of your white coat any less long than ours, even though it is. They will think of you as their doctor. Don't let that humanistic interaction go to waste. Sit down with them. Look them in the eye. Do not drub away at the keyboard and not focus on them. Don't be afraid to lend them your hand, obviously with your PPE and your gloves on. Additionally, I work with some of the best physicians in the world here at the University of Maryland. Do not focus only on their intelligence and their medical prowess. Observe and emulate how they interact with their patients. For those of you who think you're not all about this touchy-feely stuff, I challenge you to get out of your comfort zone. You will make more of an impression on your patients and your supervising physicians by stepping out to where the magic happens. Lastly, I challenge all of you to make your mark. Your mark will not be made simply by making the diagnosis. Your patients will remember you for your interactions, and that is how you make your mark in medicine. Class of 2024, I welcome you with your white coat, one arm at a time, into this fascinating and humanistic world of medicine. And with that, I thank you. Our next presenter will be Amber Herbert. Amber is a fourth-year medical student. She graduated from the University of Maryland, College Park with a Bachelor of Science in Biology in 2016 and is currently interviewing for a residency position in urology. She is joining us today as representative of the University of Maryland School of Medicine chapter of White Coats for Black Lives. Amber.
Thank you, Dr. Willis, for the kind introduction. I am Amber Herbert, a fourth-year medical student. Before I begin, I would like to congratulate the class of 2024. It is an honor to speak to each and every one of you on the behalf of the University of Maryland School of Medicine chapter of White Coat for Black Lives. This ceremony marks a milestone, one that you will remember and carry with you, as it symbolizes the beginning of your journey into your career as a physician. As you progress through your medical career, you will encounter patients from different racial and socioeconomic walks of life. As the COVID-19 pandemic has shown all of us, there are racial health disparities in the United States. Starting now, as you don this white coat, I urge you to address injustices and to work to combat health disparities as part of your duty. You can make an impact now to dismantle racism and to promote the health, well-being, and self-actualization of people of color. As leading future physicians, I want to push you to educate and to learn about the role that race and racism has played in our community here in Baltimore. Teach one another, hold your classmates responsible, take elective courses like social justice, participate in difficult discussions, and read articles, all as a means to challenge inaccurate race-based medical knowledge. As members of advanced medical institutions, we have an immense amount of structural and social power in comparison to our patients and members of disadvantaged communities. Remember this and patiently listen to your patients' concerns. Do not go down the easy path of making medical assumptions based upon one's race. Be unbiased. Connect with faculty and staff who have a passion for social justice and let the conversations grow from there. It is today that we must recognize that communities of color deserve adequate and responsible health care within the United States. Personally, for me, this white coat represents my relentless passion to pursue racial equity in healthcare. It represents the monumentous steps made by individuals like me that have come before me. My white coat is a visual symbol of the opportunities for younger students of color to pursue careers in medicine. Additionally, for the White Coats for Black Lives, this white coat represents the constant reminder of its mission to eliminate racial bias in the practice of medicine and to recognize racism as a threat to the health and well-being of people of color. Identifying and addressing systemic injustice can feel so insurmountable at times. As healthcare providers, we must participate in a collective shift to change implicit attitudes about racial and ethnic groups and healthcare outcomes in incremental and sustainable ways. In summary, I implore you, my fellow colleagues, to collectively speak up against the injustices we see both within and outside of our healthcare system, and to become advocates for those receiving disproportionate care. We will now hear from two students from the class of 2024, Maria Vera Alvarez and Adobe Ahanotu, who will speak about their unique journeys to medical school. Maria graduated in 2017 with a Bachelor of Science in Biology from the Virginia Commonwealth University. And Adobe graduated in 2019 with a Bachelor of Science in Biochemistry from the University of Maryland, College Park. Both students were selected by our Office of Admissions to share their stories today.
Hello and congratulations, class of 2024. I'm so honored to be able to address you today. This is an exciting moment for us, and I'm so happy I get to share it with you all. I wanted to take a second to remind us all to reflect on the journey that has brought us here. I was recently thinking about how my journey brought me to the University of Maryland and how at my interview, it was really the first time someone had put a phrase to my journey. My interviewer, Dr. Albert Lee, he asked me to tell him about my non-linear path to medicine. And truthfully, I'd never thought about it in those terms before, but it was spot on. From researching indigenous languages of Mexico and amphibians in Costa Rica, and to actually doing medical service trips, my resume on its own didn't say med school path. But that's the beauty of our paths, and in reflection, We're able to look back and see how things directly impacted our decisions and actions from them forward. And then we're able to define and explain how those decisions impacted us. I was able to use, and I was exposed to the Mixtec language while I was in Mexico, only to come back to the United States and work in a clinic in Richmond where the majority of the Latinx population actually were Mexican and either spoke Spanish or only spoke Mixtec. And it just felt so right that those experiences clicked so perfectly into place for me. I think many of you will find similarities in your path, whether it's linear or not. And I want to encourage you to look back and embrace your path because it's brought all of us here. And our paths have so many of our accomplishments that should be celebrated. I'm so excited about what our future holds and the amazing things we'll accomplish together and individually. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Today is the day we celebrate our beginning milestone of our medical careers. We are a special class that started medical school during a COVID-19 pandemic and a racial injustice pandemic as well. But despite this, I am truly in awe at how our class maintained unity and support for one another, whether that is sharing videos to consolidate key concepts, planning socially distant activities, or making memes that help us distress before our exams. I think we all remember the hilarious adenocarcinoma meme with Dr. Iofi. Throughout everything that we have been through as a class, we have truly persevered. I am so proud of our dedication because in many ways, it reflects my journey to medical school. As a pre-med, I commuted to school by metro due to financial constraints whilst helping my mom in her childcare services to help make ends meet, taking care of my brothers, and juggling the workload of my biochemistry major. Eventually, by junior year, I was able to save enough money to buy a car from an auction sale, which helped cut down on my commute time. My journey to medical school was not easy, and I did make mistakes, but through it all, I was able to learn and adapt in a similar way that we are all learning to adapt to this new normal we find ourselves in. Now that we're in medical school, I want to encourage all of us as we receive this white coat to remember the why of our journeys, the purpose of our journeys, and that is to be able to provide quality care to our future patients. We should always strive to keep our patients' best interests at heart and be humanistic in our approach, whether we're at our PALM sessions, learning how to take a history, or when we're third-year students on our rotations and in our future residencies. Let us always be humanistic in our approach to patients and remember that they're the reason why we are on this journey. Let us also not forget to thank our family, friends, and faculty and mentors who have or will support us along the way. Thank you to everyone at UMSOM who have made us feel at home through various interactive workshops, accessible faculty, upperclassmen, and being receptive to our class's feedback. And finally, congratulations to the ND class of 2024. I'm so excited to see our future achievements.
Thank you, Maria and Adobe, for sharing these inspirational stories with us today. When our students begin medical school here, they are each assigned to one of 4 houses, which are named after prominent School of Medicine alumni. Each house is comprised of a group of faculty members and students from all 4 classes. The house system allows students to develop relationships with faculty members and other students through mentoring, social events, professional development events, and community service. The next portion of the ceremony will highlight members of each house and will include some special member messages from our faculty.
Congratulations to the Lois Young Thomas House and all of the School of Medicine Class of 2024 students. Donning the white coat today is a milestone that marks the first step in your lifelong journey in medicine. Enjoy and make the best of every step you take along the way. Congratulations.
Congratulations, students, on your white coat ceremony. I hope you go forth from this ceremony excited to be a physician, have the awesome responsibility of helping patients every day and making a difference in people's lives. Congratulations.
Hi, class of 2024. This is a really odd year, as you've probably noticed, but I want to assure you that no matter how strange this year looks like, your future is bright, and we are pleased to welcome you as colleagues in the House of Medicine.
Congratulations, class of 2024. You did it. We are very happy for you, and you should be wearing this white coat with great pride. But at the same time, please stay humble, generous, and kind. All the best.
Congratulations to the class of 2024. This white coat ceremony is the official recognition of your beginning your medical career. And for that, we'd like to welcome you and say congratulations.
Dear class of 2024, congratulations on your white coat ceremony. Although we're sad that we can't be there in person, that doesn't take away from the importance of this event. You're well on your way to becoming excellent physicians. Congratulations again.
Congratulations, class of 2024. I'm proud of you. Wear your coat proudly. You've earned it, and it is yours. Now make it yours.
Class of 2024, this is certainly not how we thought the Renaissance curriculum would start. We're so happy to see you reach this momentous occasion in your training. Congratulations on receiving your white coat.
I am so excited to have the chance to celebrate your receiving your white coats today. What an important milestone. Symbolizes the commitment you're making to the profession of medicine, the compassion, humanism, and patience you're going to bring to your patients, coworkers, and colleagues, along with the scientific expertise that you have been gaining over the last several months and will continue to do so. So congratulations to all of you today. Thrilled to be here with you.
Dear class of 2024, today, as you get your white coat that you have worked so hard for, always remember what an honor and privilege it is to wear it. Congratulations on this milestone achievement.
Dear student doctors, I am speaking to you today to congratulate you from the bottom of my heart on this exciting milestone and a first step on your journey to becoming excellent physicians. This is the first step, and we will very soon see you walk across the stage at your graduation. You will not believe how quickly it will have happened. You're an amazing class. I've been so impressed with your resilience, with your dedication and hard work, with your curiosity, your smiles, and your kindness to each other and to us. I know you're going to make amazing doctors. Looking forward to watching you develop, blossom, and grow. And congratulations to your family and friends and significant others on this amazing, amazing achievement. Good luck, everyone.
Hi, it's Dr. Lemos. Congratulations. The white coat is an outward symbol of our profession. But as I look back on my career and some of my most meaningful patient experiences, I actually wasn't wearing my white coat. It's the person wearing the coat that's more important than the coat itself. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others, and stay safe. Congratulations.
Hello, class of 2024. I'm Kate Donahue, one of the internal medicine and pediatrics faculty. Congratulations on all the hard work you've done so far, and we look forward to working with you on the rest of your medical journey. Good luck.
Hi everyone, I hope you're enjoying the Blood and Host Defenses course so far. Congratulations on reaching this milestone and best of luck with the rest of the course, the rest of the year, and the rest of your time here as a medical student at Maryland.
Class of 2024, you are the future physicians who first made the choice to join us at Maryland to launch our Renaissance curriculum. You later confirmed that choice to join us on that journey in the midst of a global pandemic. Your bravery and commitment to this profession and the future of healthcare in our country are evident. Wear these new white coats with confidence and pride, and remember every day their associated privileges and responsibilities. Congratulations on reaching this milestone.
In a few moments, we will ask students to place their white coats on. At this time in the ceremony, students would usually also take a moment to sign our honor registry, a beautiful leather album that the Medical Alumni Association graciously provides for each class of students to sign as an affirmation of the Code of Honor. The book comes out of the historic Davidge Hall just once a year specifically for this purpose. Although our ceremony is virtual this year, we felt it important to continue this tradition by having students sign the album in a safe, physically distanced manner in the weeks leading up to the ceremony. Thank you to Chow Yang Wang, class of 2023, who inscribed each of the names of the class of 2024 into the registry this year. For those of you participating in this event on Zoom, please consider changing to gallery view for the next portion of the program. At this time, I would like to invite the students from the class of 2024 to stand and don their white coats for the first time as a class. Any other students and physicians watching who have not already donned their white coats may do so now as well. All right, you all look amazing. Woo!
Looking
Awesome.
good, everyone.
Yeah. All right. Bear with us. Congratulations to the class of 2024. We will now prepare to read the Code of Honor. Recitation of this oath represents the public acknowledgement by our students of the responsibilities of the profession they have chosen to enter and their willingness to assume such obligations in the presence of family, friends, and faculty, albeit virtually under the current situation. It is our hope that each of you will remember this day and this oath as you venture forth on the path to a career in medicine, and that you will live by the words you speak today. To celebrate diversity of the class of 2024, several first-year students have volunteered to read the Code of Honor in their native language. After each section is recited, I will be reciting the same section in English. The words will appear on the screen as I recite them and can also be found in the ceremony program. I now invite all students and faculty to stand and recite the Code of Honor along with us, whether in English or your native language.
Je me souviendrai toujours qu'en tant qu'étudiant en médecine, je suis un membre essentiel de l'équipe qui s'efforce de fournir les meilleurs soins aux patients.
Je me souviendrai d'être humble, ouvert aux critiques, ouvert aux idées différentes des miennes et d'avoir confiance en mes capacités d'avoir un impact positif. Je reconnais que tous doivent avoir une voix, en particulier le patient.
I will always remember that as a medical student, I am an essential part of a team working to provide the very best patient care. I will remember to be humble, receptive to criticism, open to ideas that differ from my own, and confident in my ability to make a positive impact. I recognize that all must have a voice, especially the patient.
Hastalarıma saygı duyacağım. Bir hekim olarak bana duyulan güvene minnet duyuyorum. Hastalarımın ihtiyaçlarını kendi ihtiyaçlarımın önüne koyacağım. Hastalarıma ve ailelerine kendi sevdiklerim gibi bakacağım.
I will respect my patients. I appreciate the trust placed in me as a caregiver. I will put my patients' needs above my own. I will care for my patients and their families as I would my own loved ones.
Èmi yóò ṣe àkíyèsí wípé mo wà ní ipò aláìlẹ́gbẹ́ láti nípa nínú ìgbésí ayé àwọn aláìsàn mi àti nínú ìlera wọn. Mo sì lóye pé ìlera àwọn aláìsàn mi kọjá àmì àìsàn wọn. Kódà ó ní àsopọ̀ pẹ́kípẹ́kí pẹ̀lú àwùjọ wọn, ètò ọrọ̀ àti ìlera ti ọkàn. Mo mọ rírì wípé èyí jẹ́ ojúṣe pàtàkì ńlá.
I will recognize that I am in a unique position to directly impact my patients' lives and well-being. I understand that my patients' health goes beyond the symptoms of their disease and is intimately connected with their social, economic, and emotional welfare. I appreciate that this is a great responsibility.
Budowanie zaufania poprzez kontakt wzrokowy, dotyk i dogłębne wysłuchanie pacjenta jest równie ważne jak użycie stetoskopu lub wypisanie recepty. Będę zawsze szanować zaufanie, jakim obdarzą mnie moi pacjenci.
Establishing trust through eye contact, touch, and active listening is just as powerful as any tool in my pocket or order that I may write. I will honor the confidential relationships I share with my patients.
मरीज के कमरे में गर्म जोशी और हमदर्दी के साथ दाखिल होंगी। बीमारी की पेचीदगी का अंदाज़ा करूंगी। मेरी कोशिश होगी कि मरीज के साथ मुलाकात बाज़ाबता हो और हर मुमकिन बड़ी तब्दीली का पेश ख़ैमा साबित हो।
With every patient room that I enter, I will bring warmth, empathy, and an understanding of the complexity of health and disease. I will recognize that meeting with the patient is a formal and potentially transformative experience for him or her.
Componente essencial de ser médico é ensinar. Eu irei demonstrar apreciação por todos os educadores na minha vida e honrar a minha responsabilidade de retornar àqueles que seguirão atrás de mim.
An essential component of doctoring is teaching. I will show my appreciation for all of the educators in my life and honor my responsibility to give back to those who follow behind me.
Maghahanap ako ng iba't ibang pamamaraan upang turuan ang mga baguhan at bagong sibol ng mga mag-aaral ng medisina at iba pang mga kasapi ng pamunuan pangkalusugan. Lagi kong paglalaanan ng panahon na patnubayan ng aking mga pasyente at ang kanilang mga pamilya.
I will find opportunities to teach junior students and other members of the healthcare team, and I will take time to educate my patients and their families.
من همیشه دانشجوی پزشکی خواهم بود و متحد به یادگیری مادام العمر هستم. من به طور مستمر به دنبال پیشرفت دانش و ابتکار عمل برای آموزش خود خواهم بود.
I will always be a student of medicine, committed to lifelong learning. I will continually seek to further my knowledge and take initiative for my own education.
Esta bata blanca es un símbolo de las promesas que hago hoy. Representa mi compromiso a servir y me recuerda el privilegio que es cuidar a los demás. Aun cuando no lleve puesta mi bata blanca, honraré todos los valores que ella representa.
This white coat is a symbol of the promises that I make today. It represents my commitment to serve and reminds me of the privilege of caring for others. Even when I am not wearing my white coat, I will embody all the values that it represents. Thank you to our student oath readers. Wow, thank you. Thank you to all of our invited speakers and our guests today for helping to make this event special. Thank you to our faculty, to Dean Reese, who shared some very wise words, and a special thank you to the invited faculty speaker, Dr. Willis, who really took those words that are so meaningful all the time and put them in such great perspective for COVID. And I just have to say how humble I am, how humbled I feel that each one of you in the class of 2024 has not just joined us here to be a part of our community, but today in particular to share that vulnerability in telling your stories, in sharing some of your hopes, dreams, and aspirations with us. We could not be more proud of you. We could not be more excited to welcome you into this community, to welcome you into this profession, and to celebrate with you and your families here today. And we are so thrilled that we get to spend the next 4 years getting to know you even more and having many more celebrations and recognitions of your accomplishments. Before we have concluding remarks today from Dr. Martinez and a group photo, I would like to make several special acknowledgements. First, I would like to recognize our presenting sponsor for today's event, the Whiting Turner Contracting Company. Thank you, Whiting Turner, for supporting this program. I would also like to express gratitude to the Medical Alumni Association for generously underwriting the cost of the white coats for each of our students this year, as you heard, as well as for providing the honor registry, along with their continued support of our students and our student programs over the entire 4 years you'll be here with us. I'd also like to take a moment to acknowledge a student group, the Creative Hearts student group, and highlight a unique opportunity for students in the class of 2024 to express creativity and reflect on these early days as medical students. For those of you who don't know, Creative Hearts is a group of medical students dedicated to fostering creativity and reflection in medicine. The Creative Hearts team has a yearly tradition of publishing a booklet of reflective artwork and writing. The booklet's called The White Coat Reflections, and it is authored exclusively with submissions from first-year medical students as well as faculty, and encompasses the experience of going through your first few months of medical school. That transition of entering medical school, learning to navigate a brand new curriculum, entering the hospital, and working for the patients for the first time. The Creative Hearts team is calling on you, the class of 2024, to reflect on these first few months in an unprecedented COVID-era medical school curriculum, to share something with your classmates, mentors, and family with a written, visual, or multimedia creative submission to the White Coat Reflections. They point out that living in this unprecedented time, you have the once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to create something marking this unique moment in history, and encourage you to reflect on your hardships, your successes, relationships, and experiences thus far. Years down the line, you can show loved ones a snapshot of what it was like to be at your shoes in this unique moment in time. Watch out for a link for that submission to be sent out in the coming weeks. But now's a great time to start brainstorming, and we all look forward to this publication each year. Before I introduce our next and final speaker, excuse me, I want to once again extend congratulations to the class of 2024. For those, please, excuse me, please consider remaining on Zoom after the formal program concludes so we can capture this moment with a photo in a series of screenshots. I would now like to introduce Dr. Joe Martinez, Associate Dean for Medical Education and Student Experience, as he has shared some closing remarks for today's ceremony and important words.
Hello. I don't normally wear my white coat with gym shorts, but you know, it's 2020, so it seems normal. But in all seriousness, this is an incredible milestone that you're achieving today. And while I know this virtual white coat ceremony isn't how you envisioned your white coat ceremony turning out, I want you to take some time today to really appreciate the day and what this means. I want you to go to the mirror now, and I want you to put on your white coat. Make sure your gym shorts are covered up. And then as you're doing that, I want you to think about what it means to be wearing that white coat. Think about all the long hours of studying, the sleepless nights, the parties that you didn't go to, all the sacrifices that you made just to get to this point in your career. And as you go forward and the days are long again and the nights are sleepless and you're still making sacrifices, I want you to pull out that picture and think back to how you felt today. And importantly, I want you to think about how all of us see you in your white coats and the incredible promise that we see inside of each and every one of you, that today is the first day of your journey towards becoming just an incredible clinician and healer. Because that's what the white coat means. It means that you are dedicating yourself to this wonderful calling that we call medicine, and that all the sacrifices that you make are for the betterment of your patients. And that really helps get you through some of the long hours and the sleepless nights. 2020 has really been a strange year, but as you come out the other side, it's those skills of resilience and flexibility and the incredible work ethic that all of you have shown that are going to make you that physician that is going to be someone that other people look up to and that patients turn to in their time of need and say, that's my doctor. I know that they're going to be able to help me. This is an incredible day. We're incredibly proud of all of you, and we look forward to celebrating with you in person in the not too distant future. So go take that picture, and again, make sure your gym shorts aren't showing. Thanks.